Hello. Do you guys speak English?
A little.
A little. Me too. I speak a little.
Where from?
I'm from Bashi. What are you guys doing here?
Just talk.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Are you classmates?
Hmm?
Are you classmates?
Yeah.
Roommates?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I come to walk here a lot. I love this place. Nature.
Very good.
Yes. I come here, take pictures, walking here all the time. I taking pictures here in this winter, summer, autumn, spring. Now it's very nice. So what are you guys talking about today?
Just something interesting about a game.
Game.
Yeah.
Do you guys play games?
Yeah.
Okay. The other day in front of the canteen I saw the CS game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well played there.
Oh, okay. I used to play CSS, but a long time ago with my kids. The first one is called Half-Life. I don't know, 20 years ago. This is, I think, was the first CS game. Maybe the first. Yeah. I used to play against my kids. So because my kids were small at that time, I was winning all the time. When they start becoming good and winning over me, and then I stopped playing.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
Now, right now, my oldest boy is 21 and the youngest one 19. But I start playing with them.
He's still studying in.
One of them started already, and the other one is going to start this year, I guess. But they're not living with me. I am divorced, and they're living with my ex-wife in the United States. She already married again, and when she moved to the United States, they're small boys, like 9 years of age, 9 and 7. Yeah. And they went to the United States. I came here in China.
You miss face?
I talk to them every weekend, like in WeChat. But yes, I miss them. Yeah.
How long you stay here?
This is my 8th year.
8 years.
I came in China in 2018.
2018.
In this university, 2021. So this is my 5th year here, in the same place, the same university. So what is your guys' major? What is your major?
Computer.
Computer.
Computer science.
What year are you in? This is your first year, second year?
Last year.
Last year.
Look.
Taking graduation pictures. Yeah, I saw a lot of girls taking graduation pictures there as well. Yeah. So what are you guys going to do after graduation?
We are loser.
Sorry?
We are loser.
Loser? What do you mean loser? Loser? You said loser?
We actually we don't know how. What should we do after we graduate?
I see a lot of students, because right now it's very hard to find a job, right? And they tell me, it's very hard to find a job, so they wanted to keep studying. They wanna add another degree, like a post-graduation. So I don't think it is always the best solution is to keep studying, because one time you have to stop studying and start working, right?
Yeah.
And for example, I am under the impression that if you speak English well, you can always find a better job.
Yeah.
For example, English is going to enhance any major, whatever. For example, computer, business, finance. If you speak English, you're always going to find a better job. For example, that's my case too. So in Brazil, we speak Portuguese. Brazilian people who study English and become good in English, they always gonna get a better job in Brazil. For example, my brother don't speak English, my sister also don't speak English, and they're smart people. They have a university degree, but they could not come here in China because they don't speak English. So I only was accepted to come here in China because I did speak English. So I got a good job here. For example, you seem to speak better because you guys are quiet. Do you guys speak English here?
No. My English is not good.
But for example, I know your English is not perfect, but he's trying more, right? So that's the secret to learn a language. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. For example, you have to study just a little bit every day. I remember when I was in the university, I didn't speak English.
So
I finished university, I still didn't speak English. So I started learning English after I finished university, and that changed my life.
we just want to improve my spoken English, but we don't know
How to do it.
the
For example, this is my post here. For example, you can scan here. You can scan here. There's a post. For example, this one is about a lecture that I did give. But this one here, for example, bonus. If you wanted to learn how to speak in public, there are also a lot of tips how to improve your English here.
watch my real line conference.
Yes, that's I put some up. I record the presentation. I make online classroom free. You can scan, go to their website and watch those lessons. That are things that you can start doing for improving your English. They are easy things. The thing is, they have to do every day, just a little bit.
Yeah, but sometimes we don't have the chance to speak.
Yeah, but for example, you could help each other. You don't need you don't need a foreigner like me. You could help each other. For example, you could be speaking English with him, right? And you speaking English with you. But it's so easy to go back to Chinese because I don't know how to say this in English, and then you go back to English. You go back to your native language, which is Chinese, right? And then you stop speaking English. But you have to keep making an effort. For example, with me, you don't have an option. If you start speaking Chinese, I don't understand. So you have to speak in English.
Yeah.
But with him, you can switch back to Chinese because he can understand Chinese.
You don't understand Chinese?
I don't speak Chinese at all.
You don't want to learn?
I wanted to, but it's hard. And every time I start speaking with the students, you guys want to practice your English, not Chinese, right? So every time the student wants to speak in English with me, not in Chinese.
So you think Chinese is difficult?
Yes, very difficult, yes. But, for example, if I study a little bit every day, I would be speaking better. But I didn't. The same as the student, right? They knew if they study a little bit every day, they would be speaking better English. But they don't do it every day.
Yeah.
For example, I learned one language already. I learned English, right? So I have students tell me, teacher, how can you tell us to learn English if you didn't learn Chinese? I tell them, okay, I already learned one language. Did you learn any one language? No. Okay, now you have to learn one language before you say that to me.
Yeah.
I understand learning language is not very easy, but it's very rewarding. For example, if you learn a new language, it can change your life. For example, if you speak English, you're going to find a better job, make more money. Your life is going to be easier. Right? That's important. For example, is it always an option to find a job or maybe to start a business? Is it too hard to start a business in China?
Yeah, we 研究生考试we
中国大概看到你要去年那个考试。
you know 研究生考试
What's that? I don't know.
Postgraduate
Post.
exam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We didn't.
We all come through the exam.
Okay. Did you pass or fail?
fail.
It's hard, right? It's very hard.
Yeah.
So, for example, yes, a lot of the students they wanted to do this because it's if you get for what civils like a government job.
Huh?
No, it's post graduation, right? So we want to keep studying, right? Yes. Yeah.
这1.9是吧？
对，可能是他的那个在线网页吧，就是可以学习英语。
我感觉看见，但是可能。
For example, you guys are from the computer field, right? Computer degree, right?
Yeah.
So in your area, there are so many jobs that you could do remotely.
Yeah.
Because you're good in computer, right? For example, I'm not a computer major, right? But for example, I was looking for opportunities that I could do. For example, I do have a job here. I'm a teacher, right? But it doesn't require too many hours. I have a lot of free time, right? So I started online business. For example, I sell books in the internet. So anyone could go in a store around the world, buy my book online. So I'm not making lots of money, but it's still a small business. So I'm making a little bit of money. I sell my books on Google Play Store. I was selling Amazon, but Amazon, I did something wrong. They shut down my account. But I was making about $600 a year. Good, right?
Yeah.
For example, I made a book one time and I put it for sale there. I don't need to do anything else because the book is going to stay there forever, making money for me.
Which app you use? Douyin or Bilibili?
I used to have a Douyin too to promote my books, but I have a Chinese Douyin. And then one day they asked me, "Do you have a Chinese ID?" I didn't, so they closed my account as well. I don't have anymore.
You want to use the Chinese Douyin?
I was using it, but they closed my account because I don't have a Chinese ID.
Oh.
Yes.
I have the TikTok.
For example, China is different in many, different from all other countries in the world. So many restrictions here. For example, I sell my books everywhere, but not in China. For example, I put my book for sale on Amazon. Amazon sell my book to any country in the world, but not in China.
Yeah.
Because of restrictions. So there are few countries who have so many restrictions. For example, Korea, North Korea, a lot of restrictions. China is also very restricted. Very hard to, for example, for a foreigner to come here and do business. I'm not saying very hard, but it's you have to go after a lot of authorizations.
But you still
but you guys are Chinese, right? It's gonna be easier for you guys to do business in China. It's not?
Actually, we don't have some skills like we can't speak English like you.
But you still can learn. You're very young. How old are you?
22.
22. I started speaking English when I was 25. So I decided to learn English when I finished university. So for example, you're finishing just like me. I didn't speak English when I was finishing university. And then, okay, I make a decision. I'm going to start speaking English. So I started studying very hard. I had an uncle who was living in the United States. I moved to the United States and I studied 1 whole year. Very hard to study English. And that changed my life. I got better jobs in Brazil. I'm here in China because I learned English. For example, in Brazil, we do have also, for example, here in China, you guys have a lot of government jobs. But very competitive, right? 200 people competing for one spot. But if you pass the exam and you get a government job, it's very stable, very good job, right? In Brazil, we have the same thing. I tried many times those jobs. I never passed, never, because it's so competitive. A lot of people competing just for one spot. So most people will never get that one spot. Only few people, right? So you have to for example, try something else. I'm very happy here, right? Teaching English is a good job. I love, it's a good salary, and I only could have it because I learn English.
So will you mind tell us what the salary you when you?
So the university told me, don't disclose that information, but it's a good salary. They even give me apartment. I don't have to pay rent.
Oh.
And I don't have, food is very cheap. I don't have to pay rent.
Yeah.
So I can save all my salary, basically. And I'm doing this for 8 years. For example, when I got divorced, I lost everything. I lost my home, I lost my car, I lost my kids, they went with her. I was start from zero again, ground zero, no savings, no nothing. But I got a good skills, right? I got a good job here. I'm saving money for 8 years. I'm rich in Brazil. I'm sending all the money to Brazil. So one day I will have a good retirement because I came here in China with a good job, and that was only possible because I learned English. For example, my wife, after divorce, she could take everything from me. She could take money, the house, the car, but she could not take my skills. For example, she could not take my English skills. So I still use it. They're going to die with me. It's good because I always can find a good job because of the skills that I have. You're not in a bad situation. You guys are young. You already have a graduation. Not many people in China have university degrees, right?
Yeah.
So you're you're in the privileged position. But of course, you can improve if you have start speaking good English. Your chances of finding a good job is sky high. Is gonna go very high, because as I can see, not many people speak English.
Yeah.
Very few people speak English. So you will be competing for jobs that not many people are competing. So it will be easy to get a job. For example, right now, my wife, she married an American. She got an American citizenship, and my kids when they went with her, they're very small. So they got a citizenship as well. So my kids are living in the United States, right? And I am looking for opportunities that I could do business in the United States without being there. For example, I opened LLC in the United States to sell my books, right? So I was selling. I'm still selling, but not in every place because Amazon shut down my account. So I still have my other accounts. But what I'm saying is I do have a company open in the United States, LLC, right? So now I found two businesses that I could do without being there. I could do remotely with a computer. I maybe in a phone line I can call and do business without being there. For you guys, this is your field, right? You study computer. Maybe, for example, if you develop an app, you can sell the app. Or I don't know.
Yeah, you know the AI,
yeah.
interrupting.
So do you think AI is going to make it easier or more difficult?
Difficult.
But you can use AI to your advantage.
But AI can do what we can do.
Yes.
All what we can.
For example, I start publishing books when AI is becoming available. Okay. So the last book I did with the help of AI. So instead of saying AI is going to take your job away, you can use AI to make your job easier and have more profit.
Yeah, but we all have we don't have the nice university.
For example, a lot of business owners in the United States, how old do you think that they are? How, for example, I don't know too much about China, but I know a lot about the United States, okay? But you probably know more about China than me, right? But for example, business owners, okay? How old the average business owner do you think? How old is he?
40? 30?
Yes, 40, 45, 50. For example, they are the baby boomers in the United States. A lot of them are looking for retire. For example, if a business owner, like they own a store or they own a restaurant, so they're old people. They are not very good with that technology, right? So you can help them to, for example, work with the technology. You can charge them a fee.
But in China it's not. In China, business owners always look United States.
Okay, well, I want to show you something. It's a good idea. Okay, maybe. Okay, for example, let's see here. For example, this is. Do you know WhatsApp? This is WeChat.
Yeah.
This is Chinese, right?
We know.
And this is WhatsApp. This is the rest of the world use WhatsApp, not WeChat. WeChat only China, but this one all the rest of the world. Okay. For example, let me open my WeChat here. For example. Okay, let's see. I have it here. Like a BB.
国外吧，微信。
就是比微信多多，就是所有人都用这个。
Okay, for example, this is a way that I can talk to my bank. Right? This is a Bank of Brazil. So, for example, if I start talking to my bank, it's not a person. He's going to answer. It's not a person. It's going to be a robot. It's AI answering me. For example, because a lot of customers, they have the same question, very basic question, right? So I can talk to a robot. He can solve my problem without me having to talk to a real person.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But this is a big corporation. Bank is a big corporation. So they have a lot of money to invest on this. Small companies, they don't have a lot of money to invest on this. They don't know how to do it. It's very hard for them. They're usually older people, like 40, 45, 50. They feel like, that's too hard. I don't know how to do it. But if you go to them, I can do it for you. It's not hard. It's easy. I only charge you, I don't know, $300 every month for me to do this for you. They say yes, they will be willing to pay you because, for example, if they have a way to reach more customers without have to be on the line, they will pay you. And most companies in the United States, small ones, the small companies, they don't have this resource. And right now, it's becoming cheaper and cheaper. A lot of people like you guys, young entrepreneurs, they're kind of representing companies that's kind of selling to those people. A lot of people making money selling robots to small companies.
So we should go.
For example, you can go to the internet and search business, right? For example, let's say, for example, you want to go out and eat, right? What do? You search the internet, right?
Yeah.
So, but for example, if you're not in China, you search in Google.
Right.
So, for example, and then you're going to be Google Maps, and then you're going to see a lot of restaurants around you,
Right.
and then you click there. For example, a lot of those restaurants, they don't have a business website. They don't have. What I mean is, it's very hard for you to find them online because they don't have websites. They don't have. If you call them to say, what time are you open? They don't have anyone available to answer the phone. So you could do this online automatically without hiring a person because you can do this automatically with AI. And that, for example, you can charge them. And you can charge a lot of people because a lot of people don't have this resource.
That will.
And you don't, for example, you can sell this to the whole world. You don't have to be United States to sell this. For example, I don't have to be in Brazil to sell my book. I don't have to be in Europe to sell my book. I can sell my book everywhere. I put it there in the internet. You can do this from China, if you speak English, you can do this from United States, you can do it in Canada, you can do it in Australia, you can do it in England. Just one language is you can, for example, 40 countries speaks English.
So the first step is learning English.
I mean, if you learn English, it will be easier because English is the business language of the world.
Yeah.
Because Brazil is doing a lot of business with China. We don't speak my native language, and we don't speak your native language. We speak English when you're doing business. So English is the business language of the world. So that's a huge advantage. For example, how many students do you think can do this? For example, because they don't speak English.
A few.
Only a few, because they don't speak English. It's very hard for them to call outside of China
Yeah.
and start to do business and wanted to do business. But if you speak English, you have a huge advantage. For example, China is the manufacturer of the world. For example, a lot of things that they buy in the United States are made in China, right? So you're living here in China. For example, you could be somebody, if you open up a company, can you go and visit this business for me? I wanted to find things to import from your country. So you, because you speak English, you could be involved in this area, export, having a company to help other people to buy from China, because they will be speaking English. For example, when people in Brazil want to buy from China, they call Chinese companies. They don't speak Chinese.
Yeah.
They speak English, right? That is a huge opportunity when you're speaking another language.
So in the future, you will go back United States.
My plan is maybe yes, because my kids are going to live there. Yeah.
You don't come China.
They never came to China.
Right.
For example, right now they don't have a lot of money. They studying, right? So if I have to pay for them to come to China for my two kids, I have to pay 2 tickets. But if I go to see them, I see both of them. I see my mom. I see my brother. I see everybody.
Right.
But if I pay for them to come here, it's more expensive, and I don't see everybody. But if they start making money and they want to come and visit me, okay, I would not say don't come. If they want to pay with their own money, they can come and visit me. But if I have to pay, I prefer to go there because I see everybody.
It's much cheaper.
Yes. One ticket, I see everybody. Yeah. So I have to go now because I will have an English corner in the 3 there. Like
We will.
all right. Nice meeting you guys. Very nice talk.
Next meeting.
I hope you have a successful life. Keep studying English, okay? Because you're gonna help you make more money. Okay. Nice to see you guys. Bye bye. get ready to move. Clubs of Winter Virginia. The Golden Standard.